Looking at Tallahassee's weather, which is not raining now.
This is your Fox 49 News at 10.
Good evening. A 28-year-old man from Gadsden County living in Quincy on an expired U.S. tourist visa. He's being held in jail tonight on immigration violations, but that's not the big story here. Investigators say Louis Duxbury is under investigation for possibly plotting a mass attack. Investigators also say Duxbury posted anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim messages on various social media sites. Our Nick Carmia spent the day in Quincy tracking down what was behind Duxbury's arrest.
These images show deputies taking Duxbury into custody. Sheriff Morris Young says the investigation started after a call about what was described as hateful rhetoric posted online.
Hate for, gays, blacks, just different folks, Muslims. And so I thought that was an issue. And this is when we started to look into it.
As investigators dug deeper, Young says the content raised additional concern.
And we saw where there was something that led us to believe that it could be something major if we didn't look into this, as it relates to a mass shooting.
Homeland Security is now involved, investigating Duxbury's social postings, which allegedly show videos of him talking about mass shootings. Duxbury has not been charged with any crime related to a mass attack. He remains in custody on an ICE hold, accused of overstaying his visa. 7 years ago in the United Kingdom, Duxbury was convicted of a religious hate crime and sentenced to prison time. But at a Quincy food pantry where he volunteered for nearly 2 years, the arrest left co-workers stunned.
When I heard about what had happened, I just couldn't believe, because he didn't seem like that type of person.
Keith Trim says he spoke with Duxbury just hours before the arrest.
Oh, he ain't no terrorist to me, He's just a good kid. He was caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
7 months ago, Duxbury was baptized at First Presbyterian Church in Quincy. We went to the church seeking comment about his arrest and the allegations surrounding his online posts, but no one was available to speak. In Gadsden County, Nick Carmia, your Fox 49 News.
Duxbury is being held on an ICE detainer right now, but we're still waiting on word when he'll make his first appearance in court. And another threat, this one against the Muslim community at the Islamic Center of Tallahassee. Let's get right over to Fox 49's James Hill. And now, James, some hateful words sent to the center's president.
That's right, Melanie. Both the president and the Tallahassee Police Department are taking this very seriously.
It was business as usual at the Islamic Center of Tallahassee on Old Bainbridge Road today. According to the center's president, earlier this week, he received threats from text messages from an unknown person. He says later he received threatening words printed on an American flag telling him he's not welcome. Meanwhile, the Tallahassee Police Department is investigating. This afternoon, it sent us a statement reading in part, out of an abundance of caution, officers increased patrol presence in the area to provide reassurance and ensure continued safety. It continued, at this time, no additional threats have been received and no related incidents have been reported.
Melanie, we will continue to keep our eyes on this. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm James Hill with your Fox 49.
First Warning Weather, sponsored by Stubbs Roofing and Gutters.
Well, we are starting to track the chance for some rain headed our way. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Alan Strum. Alan, can you time it all out for us and let us know what's next?
Yeah, so first off, Melanie, we're taking a look at radar here, and it is showing not a whole lot around the area, but tomorrow I'd be ready for some rain, no doubt. So you can see some to the south there around the Big Bend area. We've got a bit of that, but check out Futurecast. Look at this. Tomorrow morning, this shows a pretty good chance for a lot of rain and some heavy rain up into Georgia, back toward Alabama, and potentially here first thing tomorrow morning around the Tallahassee area. And that rain chance just continues here, and it looks like it's likely to be off and on throughout the day, especially during the first part of the day tomorrow. So there's 10 tomorrow morning. I'll run the rest of this Futurecast coming up in my full report, and you'll be able to see what story it tells. But right now, temperatures are running between 60 and 65. It's a pretty warm night, and the weather will be warm all night long. I mean, we're just looking at a warm night with low 60s here around the area, so not much of a change in temperatures here heading into tomorrow morning. But lots of clouds in the skies and maybe a little bit of light rain here overnight, but the bulk of it really rolls in tomorrow.
We want to send a strong message to you. That simple message is that we will be there to make your arrest and get you off our streets.
A warning tonight from Leon County Sheriff Walt McNeil as he and other agencies are tracking down scammers who impersonate law enforcement officers and take your money. McNeil says these crimes are on the rise, often originating out of local jails, and in many cases leaving unsuspecting victims in financial ruin. Fox 49's Jayla Howard tells us investigators are sending out another warning that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Leon County investigators say they've heard from more than 100 scam call victims in the past year alone, with losses ranging from a few $100s to $500,000.
These crimes are having a huge impact on lives in Tallahassee and across the country.
Local and state law enforcement agencies and bank representatives lined up to tell the horror stories.
Imagine a grandmother losing her life savings to a fraudster impersonating her bank, or a hard-working young professional realizing suddenly that their financial future is in jeopardy due to a suspicious phone call or text message.
And it all starts with a phone call like this.
Leon County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Bernard Wallace speaking. I'm calling to make a contact with Mr. Please give me a contact back at my office number, which is 850-966-7200.
That was a real voicemail left for a citizen in Leon County using a spoofed phone number. Investigators say scammers are impersonating members of the Leon County Sheriff's Office, claiming victims miss jury duty, owe fines, or have a warrant out for their arrest.
The big thing is they want to keep you on the phone. They want to scare you into staying on the phone.
Then often directing them to withdraw large amounts of cash or deposit money into gift cards, cryptocurrency, or make electronic payments or wire transfers. The threats: you're going to jail if you don't pay up.
Let us be clear. The Leon County Sheriff's Office will never call you to demand payment.
Scammers may even take a romantic investment route or impersonate computer protection software companies.
These scams and these type of scams go widely unreported. Most people are embarrassed that they lost their money.
That's why law enforcement says it needs victims to come forward. They're urging people to share this information with loved ones, with Risk Management Director Alan Bergs delivering a 4-word warning.
Do not act hastily.
Investigators say if you receive a call demanding immediate payment, hang up and call the Leon County Sheriff's Office directly using their main number. In Tallahassee, Jayla Howard, your Fox 49 News.
The Leon County Sheriff's Office wants to remind residents to stay educated, and they want you to know that no legitimate agency will ever demand payment over the phone. Now, if you believe you've been targeted, contact the Leon County Sheriff's Office directly. A Florida State graduate who had a successful career as an attorney is sending a message to students considering a career in law. Get yourself prepared. She was back on campus today talking with students about a boot camp, which she says will prepare them for the grind of law school. Data shows roughly 5% of students drop out of law school after the first year. As Fox 49's Courtney Dualaby reports, Wendy Stein-Fulton says she is committed to keeping students from walking away.
A former Florida State law graduate is giving back, launching a program she says helps students succeed before their first day of law school.
I come in, you've taken your LSAT, you got into law school, now are you ready to thrive in law school?
Wendy Stein Fulton recently retired after more than 2 decades in high-stakes litigation, including serving on the legal team that secured more than $1 billion for victims of the Surfside condo collapse. Now, her focus has been shifted from the courtroom to helping the next generation. Fulton's boot camp is designed to prepare students for that first year of law school. Many walk in unprepared and give up because they are struggling. She set up shop today on FSU's campus, telling students there's a way to get ahead.
I've been very interested in law, applying to law school, being a lawyer, and the process can be very difficult without help, so I'm willing to get any help I can.
The idea for the boot camp actually began at home when her twin children were preparing for their first year of law school. Today, her daughter is not only a Florida State law graduate, but a practicing attorney and professor there.
The thought of having an impact and bringing in maybe a mentally healthy, mentally prepared, and happy next-gen student, that it's so gratifying to me.
She may be retired from the courtroom, but not from the law. She hopes this boot camp not only helps Florida students, but one day expands nationally. I'm Courtney DeWallaby, your Fox 49 News.
Enrollment for the first cohort opens this May with both in-person and virtual options available for students across Florida. But there is a cost for this boot camp. It'll run you about $1,400.
Getting critical and emergency care for kids at U.S. hospitals is getting harder. Getting critical and emergency care for kids at U.S. hospitals is getting harder.
You're watching your Fox 49 News at 10 with Melanie Levy and meteorologist Alan Strong.
The U.S. is seeing a sharp decline in the ability of hospitals nationwide to admit and treat sick children. As Spotlight on America has reported, many hospitals are cutting their pediatric units, and now new research shows a significant number have also stopped providing pediatric services that used to be common. As national investigative correspondent Angie Mereshki tells us, it's a problem that led to a terrible medical scare for a Utah family.
Happy birthday to you.
Celebrating Nellie's third birthday was extra special for the Benyon family this February. Just 1 year ago, on her second birthday, she was fighting for her life.
The only thought was just, please don't let me lose her.
Nellie's mom, Taryn, says it started as a mild fever and cough, but quickly got worse.
She was really struggling to breathe.
They rushed Nellie to their regional hospital in St. George, just 3 minutes away, where she was diagnosed with 2 different types of COVID and the respiratory virus RSV. But then, something the family never expected. The hospital wasn't equipped to treat her.
The doctor very clearly laid it out to us. She has to be transported because we don't have the equipment to intubate her.
They made arrangements to transport Nellie 4 hours away to Primary Children's Hospital in Salt Lake City. But after being life-flighted there, no beds were available, so the hospital couldn't take her. It then took nearly another hour by ambulance to get to the pediatric hospital in Lehigh, where Nellie was finally intubated and got the care she needed. How frightening is that as a parent?
It's terrifying.
Thankfully, today, Nellie is fully recovered and back to her spunky self. But what happened to her is all too common across the country.
Over the last 2 decades, we've seen that many hospitals have either reduced their commitment to pediatrics or have gotten out of the business of pediatrics altogether.
Dr. Ken Michelson is a pediatrician and director of research in pediatric medicine at Lurie Children's Hospital in Chicago. He talked with Spotlight on America about his new research, analyzing more than 3,000 hospitals, which shows those providing the lowest level of care for kids have more than doubled since 2003. What are your greatest concerns for how this impacts a community?
I do worry that outcomes are worse, meaning kids will do worse.
Michelson's study found the number of hospitals providing high-level pediatric care, like dialysis, heart surgery, and chemotherapy, declined by nearly 40%, and hospitals providing a moderate level of care, like hospitalizations for pneumonia and asthma, and common procedures like appendectomies, declined by more than half.
That's just unthinkable. You would never see that with any adult service.
You ready? As Spotlight has reported, the decline in pediatric services is driven in part by stark financial considerations because many hospitals see fewer children and make more money treating adults.
Having the right ventilator, having the right sized breathing tube. If you only do that procedure in like 1 infant every few years, are you going to stock that tube? Is it going to expire? On the other hand, we know that when that child comes in, you'd better be ready.
The Benyons are grateful Nellie survived, but say their harrowing experience is a tale of caution that healthcare priorities need to change.
What is the point? The money isn't worth it. The kids are worth it.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreski.
First warning weather. Here is Chief Meteorologist Alan Strong.
It's a warm night, but the weather relatively dry around the area. We've got some clouds overhead here late tonight. And look at this batch of rain here up the road in northern parts of Georgia and Alabama. All this is going to be shifting slowly down in this direction, so we can expect this weather here tomorrow. But right now it's just warm, humid air in place. So the front now is stationary, but it will be on the move eventually. And it's not really going to bring us much in the way of cold weather, but you may notice a little difference in temperatures here during the overnight hours into this weekend. All right, let's time it out with Futurecast. We'll take it hour by hour. So tomorrow morning around 7-ish, 6, 7-ish, we'll be seeing this getting closer to the Georgia-Florida line here and then sort of dropping in. Even at 6 or 7, we may have rain around here at that time. And kind of this rain chance continues all morning long, just off and on throughout the morning hours tomorrow, as you can see here, taking it right on in toward the middle of the day. Anytime you see this color that indicates a chance for rain around here. But it should be out of here by the end of the day tomorrow. So here's, 5 o'clock as we take a look at that. It should be gone, and your evening should be dry. But I'd look for rain at about any time tomorrow, especially during the first half of the day and in toward the middle of the day. And we could, as far as amounts go, we could end up seeing anywhere between 1/2 of an inch and an inch if we get some of those heavier pockets or thunderstorms to actually move over the area. And then getting into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday looking really nice around the area with lots of sunshine and just pleasant conditions. We'll have a bit of a breeze blowing out of the southwest again, gusting up to 15 to 20 miles per hour is what we're looking at with that. So as we check out our temperatures here and our forecast, you're looking at basically a lot of cloud cover all night, maybe a little rain, but a much better chance heading into the early morning hours. During the day tomorrow, we're expecting that temperatures will rise up into the low 70s with tons of clouds throughout the day tomorrow. So I'd be ready for rain tomorrow, no doubt on that. It's about as high of a chance as it gets. Saturday and Sunday, though, sunshine is here. I mean, that's some great looking weather. Spring-like conditions, just a little cooler during those late night and morning hours, and ahead to next week. Looking pretty warm as well.
Now is the season for movement, and right now it's time to make your move. At Werner Kia, you can drive bold, sleek, or super efficient. We have a Kia to meet your need. Test drive the all-new 2027 Kia Telluride or the 2026 K4 hatchback. Make the switch to lower your payment today. 0% APR or no payments for 6 months or 0 down. Kia, movement that inspires. Werner Kia, it's your move.
Here at Fox 49 News, the stories that matter start with you. If you see breaking news, you spot a problem, or you have info the public should know, please let us know. Call our tip line at 850-893-0202 or email us at news@fox49.com. Hillary Clinton spent hours today testifying in the Jeffrey Epstein investigation, the request she's now making. Former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton spent 6 hours behind closed doors today answering questions tied to the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. Clinton said she told lawmakers multiple times she did not know Epstein. Her husband, former President Bill Clinton, is set to testify tomorrow. Both depositions are being held privately, which is something Hillary Clinton says she was disappointed about. Clinton has asked for the transcript of her deposition to be released as quickly as possible. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Okay, Melanie, not the best day tomorrow. Rain is going to be in and out, and at times maybe a bit on the heavy side, especially if we get some of those thunderstorms. I'm not worried about bad weather or severe storms, but how about our weekend? That's what I like to report.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, Sunday,
lunch
sunshine.
outside kind of vibe.
Oh, yeah, spring-like.
Pack a lunch, take it outside, eat my PB&J in the sun.
Yeah, I know.
That's my vibe.
You keep it simple, right?
I do.
Yeah. But that's going to be a nice weekend. We're looking forward to it.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please come back and join us tomorrow night on Fox 49 News at 10.
Getting critical and emergency care for kids at U.S. hospitals is getting harder. I'm Spotlight on America correspondent Angie Mureski. We investigate the trend of declining